What is going on, guys, and what is this? Well, if you don't know what this is, you probably haven't been watching my channel for over a year. If you have been, you probably know what this is. This is the Tarantula 1505, not to be confused with the Tarantula X6. This is like its mini brother type clone, not clone type thing. As you see, I just kind of tossed it in there. In the back here, there is meant to be a screw in there, which I don't have the screw in it, but if you had the screw in it, that would not have popped open. This bird is a small 3.7 one cell bird. It's really fast for toy grade brushed this size. It weighs less than a half of a pound. It does have 3 different speed rates. The propellers that are on this are not stock to this bird. The propellers that are on this are from an X5 clone, glow-in-the-dark striker, and it gives it a little more thrust and a little bit more power. The initial testing of these propellers I do have on my YouTube. It was done in March of last year, but I figure we just break this out because I know I have a lot of new subscribers, and I know you guys really like seeing new stuff on the channel, so we're going to start to break out some of the toys. This being one of them, and this being one of my favorite toys. This has great range, climbs very nicely. The yaw rate on this is ridiculous. This is a merry-go-round spin that goes extremely fast. I actually coined it as almost a tornado spin when I first seen it, and I got this for $17.99. I did do a research on the price. You could get them for about $24 on eBay right now, but when I had got it, again, there's a look at the merry-go-round spin. When I had got it, it was on sale on GearBest for $17.99, and I waited forever and ever to get it because it was shipped out of China. I have gotten stuff on GearBest through the New York warehouse. It took really quick. I'm right below New York. I'm actually in Pennsylvania. But my latest stint with GearBest with the i8 X6 clone and the brushless X8, yeah, I'm staying away from them because both of those were flops, and the X8, I don't even know what it is. Let's see here. X8 AMG, the X8 AMG brushless drone was complete garbage. This thing would eat that brushless drone night and day. Could it have been a manufacturing issue? Absolutely, but I wasn't too happy with it. That was 2 strikes. I'm not going for the 3rd strike, so we're going to stay away from them, continue shopping on Amazon, a little bit on eBay. And again, take a look at this bird. Again, this weighs way less than a half a pound. I think it's like 0.20 of a pound. Super duper light bird. This can cut through some wind. I've gotten this stuck in a tree because I decided I wanted to fly in like 15 to 16 mile an hour wind, which was a little bit too much for it. And I've also taken this up pretty high in altitude and lost it. And as you can see, there's a quick turnaround. This has responsiveness. So you guys see me flying a lot of brushless now. That's really where I'm tuned into right now. I really like a brushless, no feature drone. But the Bugs 2, it's growing on me. The Alcenma, I love the Alcenma, and that's full feature drone. There's a little look at the altitude there. And again, this thing is small, guys. So, do you have to have a lot of money to get in this hobby to have fun? Absolutely not. Something like this has no features. It probably has headless mode. I don't use headless mode. It probably has return to home, which is a fake return to home that's going to come back off of a base heading. But like features like real RTH, real return to home, fixed point circling, GPS. This has none of those features. This has dumbed down features, but it really has no features. And if you really want to learn to fly, learning to fly on something that has no features is really good to do. I'm not knocking GPS quads. I love my GPS quads. I don't fly them enough just because they're a little bit more set up than this. Pop the battery in, turn the controller on, and go. Something like this is going to allow you to learn the basic physics of flight. That way, say you go get a Phantom as your second drone after learning off of X5, after learning off of something like this, and one of the features shut off, one of the features failed, the GPS fails. There's some tight funnels for you. Something on the drone fails to where you no longer have an assist. You know how to fly it. You can man it back to yourself manually. You don't have to be afraid. You don't have to panic. You don't have to break a $500 to $1,000 investment depending on which GPS drone you get. Barrel rolls are nice on this. Flips are nice. So that's really my suggestion. I mean, if you're not going, I don't know. I don't know. I do. 100% I do suggest you learn how to fly before you go into a GPS quad. If you don't learn to fly before you go into a GPS quad, will you be able to fly a GPS quad? Yeah, I would like to think so. It's probably easier because it's a lot more assisted. But again, if something goes wrong and you don't know how to bring it back manually to yourself, you don't know how to fly facing yourself with inverted flight, there's a good possibility you're going to damage your investment. And I do say investment because $500 to $1,000 is an investment. You don't want to just buy something for $500 to $1,000 and break it immediately. If that's the case, J Drones here. I could give you my PayPal. You could just send me that $500 to $1,000 because that's essentially what you're doing if you don't care about it. It is definitely an investment, and I'm trying to look out for you. It took me. I'm going to say probably close to 60 toy grade brush quads before I actually went out and I got the Bebop. And then shortly after that, I got the Phantom. And I think even before those two, I had the Alcenma. So, I mean, it took a while. And just showing you here, this can hold a nice hover on the ground. Just kind of beating around here on the ground very lightly. The controls on this are extremely touchy to where you can hover like paper thin off the ground. And then we are going to bring this up. We are still good. The reason I did that too, I thought voltage was low, but I guess it's not. I was waiting for the motors to kick off too. But it has to be low here soon. We are pushing almost the 7-minute mark here, and that's about average what this gets. I mean, I've gotten better time. I think I've gotten close to 10 to 12 minutes throwing a 500 milliamp battery on here, but I'm pretty sure I only have a 380 in this, and this might have only came with like a 2 something. I'm not sure. It's been a while. It's been well over a year since I first unboxed this drone. But yeah, let's see here. Pretty sure I've seen those lights. They got to be going off soon. Guys, again, don't need big money to get into this hobby. Don't need big money to learn how to fly. That was a good catch. I'm J Drone. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Take care.